just you. Mortimer Harbor. After much deliberation, I made the decision to officially remove all programs and initiatives pertaining to this so-called climate change. It's been too long that the radical leftists have invaded our language, and I gotta take it back. Our climate has never been better, and without these orders cluttering my desk and your minds, I'm sure we'll all be fine. Trust me.
He can't be serious.
I hope he is. All this talk of climate change and whatnot. It's so annoying. Back when I was coming up.
No, now's not the time.
Yeah, we really don't want to go down Miracle Lane with you.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't be like that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, look who it is. Need a hand with that homework?
No, I've got it. Thanks, though. I need to write a journal essay about for my English class. I'm going to write it about the trout I saw yesterday. It was big.
Sounds good. I'm sure you'll ace it.
Thanks.
All right, it's about that time, folks. I gotta get the kid to my brother. Art, walk up for me, will ya?
Don't I always?
We interrupt your program to bring a broadcast from Agent Shay Weathers.
I am here outside the Water Corporation, where lawyer Agent Weathers is preparing to unveil a new plan to combat the recent rise in water flooding.
Good evening, Mortimer Harbor. We here at WaterCorp are as concerned as you are about the recent rise in floods. I understand you are all worried about the devastation the flood has caused since our governor came into power. Lives have been lost, and so have businesses.
And my house.
That is why we are working with the government on Project Deep. This project will bring new jobs and revitalize the economy.
Better revitalize my job.
Revitalize the economy? I haven't heard that a million times. With what money? What sustainability are you going to summon from your pant pockets?
We hear your concerns on the damage many buildings have sustained, as well as the surplus of abandoned buildings that have made life inhospitable for many.
You know what makes life inhospitable? The lack of care and regard for others. No one's complaining about buildings that are historic and providing shelter for humans and animals.
Thus, for the first part of this project, all abandoned buildings will be leveled by the end of the month to make way for new flood-proof housing for those who deserve it.
Deserving. They say it like it's some sort of right. Deserving. Yeah, right.
We have a limited number of spots available, but please call our helpline at 222-222-WATR to see if you are eligible for our lottery.
Screw, call it. I'm gonna head there myself.
Can you believe the lies they tell on TV? And these poor people, they eat it up like slop. I mean, you can't believe that this eligibility is going to be for you. You should just get up and move on with your lives.
Those spots will be gone before the sun sets.
As if things could not get any worse.
You hear that? Isn't the water company generous? Creating more housing for the people here.
Does she know? I should call her. But what will I even say? We haven't talked since.
Catherine, are you getting ready for work?
Yes, Mom.
I want out of this contract.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Screwed over because of you.
All we have done at WaterCore is support you.
Then why am I homeless?
Hector's always so dramatic. Is this about the housing lottery?
No. My house is perfectly bone dry, despite being on one of the most flooded streets in the town.
I'm sorry you're disappointed, but this was the only way we could be fair to everyone. You're going to have to apply for the housing lottery like everybody else.
I was just on the phone with the housing office and they turned me away.
Sorry, it's out of our hands. They must have turned you away for good reason.
What is that supposed to mean?
Housing spots are very limited, and only our most valuable, law-abiding citizens will take precedence.
How am I not valuable to your company as their most famous, biggest spokesperson? Am I not the only trans representation for this company?
Take it from me, you are not the only genderqueer person working at WaterCore. Unfortunately, this makes you expendable. We cannot give you preferential treatment.
So because there's another trans person working there, I'm out of housing, that's it?
Sorry, but you just may not be relatable enough for the committee. You're somehow too privileged and too marginalized.
I want out of this contract.
That's not possible.
What do you mean? Is there any way out?
No, if that will be all, I am very busy today.
No, don't you dare hang up on me.
Thank you so much for your call. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Hey, Sasha! It's been a while. What's up out there?
It's all right, Kathy. The city is really different, honestly. How about you?
Things have been worse. Ever since the first flood, the waters have been rising, and a lot of places around here have been completely destroyed, and no one seems to be doing anything about it.
Oh no, really? When I left, it was only the beach that had issues. How far has it reached?
A lot of the neighborhoods down south have been completely flooded, and there's been talk from the water company about destroying old abandoned buildings in order to make new housing, but I'm not sure how much of that is true.
Well, there's a trade school in a neighboring town that I've been wanting to go to. I've already been accepted, but if I can apply for early residence, I could help out.
Wait, you're coming back? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be going to school for carpentry anyway, so I can help rebuild if necessary, and I want to go back. It was my home.
Why didn't you tell me this before? In that case, I look forward to seeing you.
Me too, Kathy. See you when I get there.
It's been 5 years. I'm not sure how much of this you can fix.
Wow, you look so much older.
You're one to talk. Look at you.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah. I just dropped my stuff off at the apartment for school. Anyways, how have you been?
I've been, fine.
Catherine! Who is that you're talking to?
Just an old friend of mine.
Okay. Don't make a lot of noise. I'm watching the water company speech.
Okay. Let's talk outside.
Sure. So, your parents are still controlling?
I wouldn't say that, just very stern about this type of stuff. Anyways, I'm glad to have you back.
Me too. I really missed you. And the city, of course.
Yeah, though it's definitely seen better days. Oh! I found this. Does it look familiar to you? I remember you talking about going to this Lighthouse place.
Oh my god, that place was my lifeline. Do you think we could go see it now?
I don't know about that. Ever since you've left, I've wandered about looking for this place, but I could never find a trace of a lighthouse. And someone I talked to said that they have closed down for good.
Well, it's not a real lighthouse, it's a speakeasy. And anyways, even if it's run down, I just want to see it one more time.
Wait, it's a speakeasy? Like one of those hideaway club type speakeasies? I don't know. What if it's already flooded? What about the water company?
I don't think they care enough to be looking at a rundown speakeasy. And, only the people who went there know where it is. I know where it is. Do you want to come with?
Well, I trust you to lead the way. So, this is the place? Are you sure?
Yeah, but what happened here? It's only been 5 years. The lawn looks fine, but where's the life in the place?
The windows are completely boarded up. It just looks like a regular old building, so what's wrong with it?
Hello? Hello?
Hurry up, babies. The show's gonna start soon. The doors are always open if the lights are on. Just slide the door over and come on through.
Hey, folks, welcome in. Come take a seat while you still can. Come to the bar to order drinks. There ain't waiters in this place, but the bar is fully stocked tonight.
Look at this crowd, keepers of the lighthouse, and those who you had to hold the light, I welcome you. We have a wonderful celebration tonight. I welcome to you, the star of Mortimer Harbor, Marissa.
What is happening, Sasha?
I don't know, but you know how to behave during a performance.
And you're here just to break the silence of my lonely room. Now I'm sick of myself, so I bought a mask. Now you can't see me. I'm the biggest pretender. I'm the biggest pretender. I'm the biggest pretender. You should go.
Bravo! Bravo! Hey, bartender. Kane, is it? Or do you go by Bardot? Pour me another, would ya?
I don't care what you call me. Ask around. They care way more than I do. Yeah, I'll pour you another drink.
Please don't chop my limbs off!
Dion, what are you doing here? And what happened to this place?
It fell apart. Tends to happen with groups like ours.
What are you talking about?
Look, this place was amazing. A party or two every night, place of fun for some, a place of refuge for others. Now, look around. It's been, what, 5 years since a drink's been poured here.
Yeah, this place, it meant a lot to everybody. How can I help?
I want to restore this place more than anything, but I need so many hands and so much time. Just not sure it's feasible.
Sasha, I don't think we should go around helping to fix this place. I think it's kind of a lost cause, and I don't really want to get into other people's business.
Who's Kane? Could they help?
Haven't heard that name in a while. He left this life a long time ago.
Wait, he's dead?
No. He works at the bank. Down the hill, big white building. You can't miss it.
Okay. Catherine, let's go.
Sasha!
Hey, tell him Dion sent you.
I put so much time and energy into this job just to get denied. It's so frustrating. Not having housing, the rising floods, the frustration. It's not fair. At my old age, I should have been able to get housing. And who are you?
Oh, I was just admiring your glorious landscaping. Not many places look this nice right now.
You can say that again. I'm over here doing all the hard work, trying to keep this place afloat.
How long have you been here?
Too damn long. I applied for the new housing. I got denied.
I also got denied from the housing, so I've been drifting. Eventually, I ended up here.
I'm gonna build a boat.
Have you built boats before?
No, but I watched one of them YouTuber videos about it. I'll have it done in a week.
Well, okay then. What's your name?
Noah. Everyone calls me Ark. Ironic, right? What's yours?
I'm Oliver. It's nice to meet another person who got turned away. Makes me feel better.
Why would it make you feel better that I got turned away? I think I recognize you. One of the movie stars, right? Saw you at the speakeasy.
Oh, I did go to the speakeasy, the Lighthouse, right? And I only said that because I felt like I was one of the only people they turned away, but maybe I wasn't. And maybe you recognize me from my movie I did a really long time ago, but if you do, I'm a little sad you recognize me.
I recognize you, all right. I saw all over the news. I transitioned before it was cool.
Oh, did you?
Sure did. 2020 became a whole new man.
Well, congratulations. Well, I guess you already know about my transition since it was in the news, but I guess none of it really matters anyway. I feel like soon the world will move on and we'll all be forgotten.
Of course it still matters. We're going down to history books. They can try to flush us out. Remember, I'm building a boat.
Well, I like your take on things. Where have you been sleeping?
In this dump.
Oh, I saw some lights up on the hill last night. Then that explains it. I've been going down to this dry cavern I found, not too far away. It isn't too hot, but it's also not too cold. It does make me feel like a bear, though.
The cavern? The cavern was a place to be back in the day. It was free of charge and safe from pigs.
I've been seeing lots of forgotten things down there. Maybe some of them are yours. I can bring some next time I see you.
Forgotten things? Like what?
Well, I haven't looked up close yet. I didn't have a reason to, but now I can. Do you have a flashlight?
Oh, I don't have a flashlight right now.
All right. Well, thanks anyway. I gotta go.
See you around.
Bye.
I really don't think this is a good idea.
Come on, Catherine. You're much more optimistic than this. This could be the start of something great. Something to bring this town back to how it was. Bring people together again.
I still think we're sticking our noses in places they really shouldn't belong.
The least we can do is try.
So there's really nothing that you can do? My car is underwater and my house is next.
I'm sorry, we've completely exhausted our resources on your situation. Hi, how can I help you today?
Hi, are you Kane Bordeaux?
I sadly cannot disclose any personal information to clients while in the building, even if it's my own information to disclose.
Well, my name is Sasha.
And I'm out of here.
Catherine.
Yes, I'm who she just said.
Are you two from the water company or something? Because I've already paid my dues.
No, we're not a part of them. We just need your help with something. You see, I was once a patron of the Lighthouse, and
You can't talk about the Lighthouse in front of so many people. Come with me. So what is it about the Lighthouse? That place has been closed down for 5 years now. What could you possibly want from me? Or a place like that nowadays?
well, we went there to see how the place was, but when we got there, the phone booth entrance rang, and then we picked it up, and this huge image of the speakeasy when it was still open came into view, and then there was this main dancer and you, and
What is happening? You're talking crazy.
I saw it too, and I'm still not over it.
then there was this person, Dion, came out, and
What? Dion's still there?
yeah, and they really want to help fix the place back up, but we can't do it alone. That's why we came to you. Dion told us where you worked.
I'm not sure how much help I can be. And I'm not sure I'd be given a warm welcome.
Well, we tried.
Catherine, wait. Kane, what happened?
Stuff that young folk like you would understand.
We're in our 20s.
Still, given the current political climate, I'm not sure I want to take a risk for it all to come crumbling down.
He has a point, Sasha. Maybe we should just leave it.
The Lighthouse was always risky. With just one mistake, the whole place would be closed. But you took that risk, despite the consequences. You gave everyone, including me, a chance to be free, to be wild, to be unique, to have fun, to be a part of something incredible while having a party every night. Don't you want that again? Don't you think that that's worth the risk? People need a place to live again.
I don't know. Fine. I get off of work in 2 hours. If Dion lets me stay, I'll help.
All right. Catherine, let's go tell Dion.
Sasha, not again.
Hey, Blue, I'm just stopping by, okay? Keys, 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 keys. Where could I have put them? Maybe under the couch? Oh, I can't find them. Maybe the moody one knows where they are. Hey, Blue, do you know where the bar keys are? Blue, can you hear me? Blue. I'm going to come in, okay? Oh, this is empty. You ever heard of a poster kid? I guess maybe I can get back in contact with Marissa and she can give me some ideas for decorating this place. Hey, Blue, come on, you gotta wake up. Where is he? Oh, I bet he's at that damn water again, that poor kid. Okay, I'll head to the water after I find the keys. The keys, the keys, the keys. This did used to be my craft room. Maybe they're under that old floorboard. Sorry, kid, this is probably an invasion. Whoa. Okay. He has a fun new habit. I'm gonna have to talk to him about this. Why do I have to be the one to parent him now? At least the keys are in here.
We used to sit at the edge of the water and watch as it rolled down the stream, weaving around rocks and pushing leaves up against their mossy walls. We would pretend to be beavers and make dams out of twigs that we gathered in the forest. We used toy boats and trinkets scavenged from our little siblings' goodwill piles and rafted them down the paths we carved. We felt strong in the water. We were in control. We moved with the water, and the water moved with us. We knew intuitively how to protect it, and that we needed to protect ourselves from it. The water was not weak. But some of the kids took it too far. They would hunt and kill every crawdad so that nobody else could have any. They flipped over every rotting log, exposing resting critters to the mercy of the atmosphere. They ripped up all the cattails, and they built their dams so that water pooled out in every direction, flooding the meadows. And so the water retaliated. It destroyed us and every hope and dream we ever had. It ruined everything. Hi, Abba. I would have come back. Can I help? Can I come?
Why not? Are you able to go now?
Yeah, I'm good. I miss that place.
Awesome. Let's go. And here we are, the lighthouse. I see you're still here.
Something in me couldn't leave this behind.
Hey, Blue, why don't you take our two new friends and show them around the place?
Yeah.
We need to know what we're working with.
Okay. Good to see you, Dion.
Likewise, kid.
So you're keeping tabs on me? You sent some kids to come and get me? You couldn't even get me yourself? Kind of pathetic for you. Excuse me, I'm talking to you. McBroody at the bar. Dion, why are you so quiet?
I'm thinking.
About what?
About how to explain 5 years worth of emotions to you.
I'm sorry.
For what? For leaving this place behind or leaving me to bury it?
Both? You couldn't prove what you said.
That's way more pathetic. Is my word not enough? Has my word not been enough?
Why would Marissa do that? She was good to us.
I don't know why, Kane, but it's the only thing that makes sense. What was I going to do with that money? What was ARC going to do with that money? Hell, I had everything I wanted right here. I'll tell you one thing, $5,000 just isn't up and walk away.
That seemed a little tense. I hope everything's all right.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They haven't talked in a while, and things were kind of rocky when they left. But I don't think anything can't be resolved. But, old men, stubborn and stuff. I'm Blue.
Sasha, it's a pleasure.
I'm Catherine. There is actually a lot of neat stuff in here. Old vinyls and party decorations. This must have been a very lively place.
Yeah, there are a lot of memories in this place. Did you guys know that it's actually really important for the ocean's climate, for the layers of the ocean to stir together? It is in order to moderate the Earth's climate, and wind movement alone isn't enough for it to happen. These fish, anchovies and other fish, actually do this thing called biomixing, where they have massive mating circles which cause a ruckus in the ocean's floor, and it's actually more impactful than a storm. And so the tiniest little fish can have a domino effect on the whole world.
That's just like us in the harbor, little fish trying to make a big change.
I haven't seen these in a while. I normally just use my phone.
Ooh, let me see if I can snap a photo.
Hold on, let me try.
First week at the Lighthouse is a success.
We should take a photo to celebrate.
I hate cell phones. They got too many goddamn wickets and bits.
Of course they do, Art.
Plus, they're watching you with them things.
I have a Polaroid we could use instead.
Hurry up and make it snappy.
All right, folks, how do we want to do this?
I could take the photo.
Oh, come on, you're our star. Don't tell me you're camera shy. I'll take the photo.
But
clean
this
this
place
up
doesn't
soon.
exist without you.
I'll take the photo.
Take it too goddamn long.
You couldn't have waited just a minute?
Wasting my goddamn time.
Hey, Ark.
So, you come in here, bring all these people in here, without letting me know first? You don't console me?
It was a last-minute decision.
We all chipped into this place.
We all have our claim here. We did agree on it.
And what claim is that? The dirt? I come here every day doing all the hard work to make sure this place stays afloat, and I don't get any help in return. I do so much for this community, and I don't get anything back to show for it.
I brought him in here. I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, bring your ragtag group out. Who brought these youngins in here?
Wait, Mr. Ark. Please, I'm sorry about what's happening to a place you hold dear to you, but please don't blame them for us being here.
I remember this day. My temper got the best of me. It was our first week open. It was great despite everything.
Yeah, that first day. Dion could barely take a step off the stage. There were so many people in here.
Yeah, it was great, though. The sounds, the conversations, all of it.
So, what happened then?
Some money got mismanaged. It happens, but the amount we lost was detrimental. It was so difficult to keep this place open.
This is what's left. It's salvageable, I know that, but it seems like such a daunting task.
How about this? Each of us pick our own room and do something with it. I'll start behind the bar.
Get the dressing rooms.
Kitchens.
I guess I'll find somewhere to go.
Hold on!
Poor thing reminds me of something else you left me to do all by myself for no good reason.
I don't remember. remember asking you to stay behind and care for something I walked away from. I had my reasons. I watered this place's leaves like they were my babies.
Well, you never told this elder of yours why you walked away. But I see you don't want to talk about it, Grumpy Pants. Have fun with your glasses. I'm going to the garden.
You're right. I don't want to talk about it. Take your plant when you go with you. And I'm not even watering the glasses. But hey, thank you for the work you've put in this place. I appreciate it. This place appreciates it, even if you're cranky while you do it.
All right.
Those finance guys don't know what they're talking about. You can't just water the leaves and expect even distribution. It pools and flows to one spot, leaving the rest dry. And the leaves, they don't know how to handle the water when they get it. They just waste it away. It's the roots that need it. They send up the whole plant and share it with the whole community. Leaves just poured water.
I bet Abba learned all that financial stuff in his money-making school. Ugh. Rich folks believe in that trickle-down, tickle-me nonsense, so always spewing on the Wi-Fi or whatever.
Hey man, I was hoping to run into you today. I need your help.
My help? With what? Can't you see I'm busy? Go ask somebody else.
Well, I need your help. There's a clog in my cavern that's preventing my plants from thriving, and I already tried by myself, and I wasn't strong enough.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, I need your brains and your brawn. Like I said, I wasn't strong enough, but I think you will be.
Can't you see I'm tending to my babies?
Oh, those are beautiful. Don't you want the same thing for my flower bed? Come on. It'll be fun. It'll just take 10 minutes.
All right. Wow.
See right here, I can't get this off.
Wait, is that?
If you could
Couldn't
help me
possibly
get
be
some
that.
leverage here. Wait, do
Be
you
careful with
recognize
that.
this? What is it?
It's from the Golden Ages, that's what.
Well, listen, I understand this must be precious to you, but in order to get a better look, we're going to have to take it out. And even if we risk breaking it, we can fix anything.
Came right out. Ah.
Wow, thank you so much. This looks like something we should show the others at the Lighthouse.
Can't wait to see the look on Abba's face when he sees this. My back can't take much more of this. I don't know how many years I got tenants in this run-down old building.
Are y'all done fighting?
For now.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, you act like you wouldn't argue until the sun set if we weren't here.
Have you seen these two? They're like pit bulls. They argue all the time.
I'm tired of this. I thought that this place would be fun and inclusive, but all you guys do is argue. Maybe this place is better off dead.
No!
Kathy, what do you want about now?
The government had to pry this place from my cold, dead hands.
Amen to that. Look, this place is my home. I wasn't able to be who I was anywhere else. I had to be perfect everywhere outside of my life. I can be extraordinary here. Nothing's going to change that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys didn't care that I was no longer that it girl. I mostly do my own things, but this place was always a safe refuge from the gossip, paparazzi, and constant attention.
Oh, poor little white celebrity. Some of us would die for constant attention.
This place is my home too, and just because you don't want to help anymore doesn't mean that we're not going to do something about it.
Yeah, coming back here now, I'm so much happier. I miss this place and the stories I would hear from patrons. And that look on young queer people's face when they find a place for the first time, that'll never get old.
Wow. I think this is the first time I've seen you all agree on something. So, then let's save this place.
All right.
Let's do it. Hands in.
For the Lighthouse.
For community.
For survival.
For a new home.
For freedom.
For sticking it to society.
I do not see this ending well.
Keepers of the Lighthouse, old and new, unite!
Unite!
Look at all this. No MC on my case. No one telling me what to do. I can do whatever I want. This is truly the life of a star.
And what is a star without an audience?
Oh my God. What are you doing here?
What? What is it? Don't recognize the voice of your one and only supporter?
I do. You just scared me. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where it all started. The great and abundant Lighthouse.
Great as a stretch. This place was only a gig for me. But the crowd got me. The money was good, don't get me wrong. But the desperation in the eyes of the crowd, oh, that was addictive.
Always searching for that feeling, huh? You remind me of one of my siblings. God knows where she is.
How do I remind you of one of them?
Always searching for that feeling. Growing up when we were kids, she was always creative and always in line for the newest items, always making a spectacle out of herself. My brothers were different and more reserved.
Sounds like my type of girl. My sister was a nerd. Liked her nose in the book, never liked to do anything fun, real rules and regulations type of person.
Rules are made to be enforced and followed. Without them, we lose order and fail as a society.
So are you from Mortimer Harbor?
I am. I was born, raised, and educated here.
Oh, okay. What happened to that sister of yours?
She went with my father. Where she ended up, I have no idea.
I went with my father. He dreamed of my name in the lights. He would say, live on the marquee for the one-night engagement, Marissa Weathers.
Weathers.
You know the name or something?
Of course I do. It's mine.
No, that can't be. That doesn't make it.
You went with Dad. I went with Mom. I wasn't any more than 6 years old.
How did you know?
I had your file for the longest time. I thought it was mere coincidence.
It's you?
It's me.
Oh my God.
Failure is out of the question. I want those pests gone. Do whatever you need to do, Marissa. I'll do the work on my end. Should you fail, well, let's just say the Lighthouse will be the only thing out of business.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Jeez. Alba, it's Marissa. Do you have some time next week so we can talk? Wow, where is everybody? No one invited their favorite performer.
Hey, Marissa, how are you?
Oh, hey.
Come help me unpack these boxes in the back, why don't you?
All right, old man.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just pondering something. You seem very adamant about not getting involved, yet here you are, days later, still helping out.
I'm doing this for my best friend. She may be eccentric and overly optimistic, but, we've been friends ever since we were kids, and this is the first time we've seen each other in 5 years, so, yeah. While I'm not absolutely completely up for this, I'd do anything for her.
She is very passionate. A ball of fire, that one.
Absolutely.
But I'm sure that's not it. What's your story?
Do you ask everyone that?
Only those I'm interested in knowing.
Okay. Well, if you need to know, then I am gay and not neurotypical.
Wow. Tell me something I don't know.
What? Huh? Never mind. The point is, I don't come from a very accepting family. Sasha was the only one I could really be open up to. Without her, I feel like I'm forced to be where everyone wants me to be in order to survive. For example, I always wanted to be a singer, but being an architect was more stable. But with her, I always felt comfort, and no matter how unusual I was, she was always there. I owe her a lot for that, but when she left, things kept getting worse and worse. And now I'm too afraid to come out, especially during these times now, because I thought back in the day, they said that being queer and autistic were wrong. They kept telling me that. Now I don't feel safe just existing, and oh my goodness, I am ranting to someone I've only known for a week. I am so sorry.
Don't apologize. We're all going through something. Listen, buildings and blueprints are cool and all, but I think singing's a better choice.
Excuse me?
You said you wanted to be a singer, right? Let's hear you sing.
I haven't sung in years, but okay. I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day.
My God, Catherine, your voice is amazing. You have a talent.
Thank you.
Yeah. Listen, growing up, my parents only saw mediocrity or greatness. And I had to contort myself to what I thought they, what they want. And doing that, I lost myself. Before they left, I told them everything. Who I was, the passion this place instilled in me, and everything in between. It takes time and a great amount of courage, but I believe in you.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny. We're not so different after all.
Yeah. But that just means you know exactly as much as I do how much of a risk this is. Everybody knows, yet you're still adamant on making this place the way it was. Why? Do you think this could work? Even the threat of destruction, everything could be destroyed, so why?
Because nothing worth doing comes without a little fear.
What are you talking about?
What? You don't think Ark, Abba, and myself, we weren't scared of starting this place? Despite that fear, we pushed through, no matter how many times things come. As you find safe haven with Sasha, I will always find solace here. No matter how many times it may dim, the lighthouse will always shine again.
This is all confusing for me. I'm gonna go sort some stuff over here.
Can I help with anything? Everyone else is doing important stuff.
Important? These fools know the first thing about what's important. This here's a real job. Why don't you clean them glasses on the bar? I didn't get them so good last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Blue. What are you making?
Oh, I don't know yet. I'm just playing around.
Oh, okay, let me try it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Blue, this is good. What are you going to call it?
Oh, I haven't thought of a name yet. But there are these parasitic isopods
Okay.
called the tongue-eating louse. So they crawl up a fish's gills, and then they mature into males. One becomes female, and that one swims up to the fish's tongue, latches onto it, and then sucks all the blood out of it until it withers away and dies. And then the fish uses the parasite as a prosthetic tongue.
Okay. So, you want to call it tongue-eating louse?
Yeah.
Creative. Okay.
Yeah, speaking of creative, what have you been up to?
So,
Okay, but we need a couple shots.
what's with the kid?
I don't know what to do with him.
Well, as far as my blind eyes can see, he's not doing so hot.
Yeah, you're right.
Abba, the kid's a drunk. He's currently using our liquor.
I mean, we did that once or twice, and it was okay. We turned out all right.
Get your youngin' get out of my sight.
Hey, Marissa, why don't you go check on our costumes or something?
Why me? Don't you see me and the kid are talking? Having fun?
Yeah, you remember what that's like, right?
Because you have some slack to pick up on. You got out of a week's worth of work just from no one knowing you were around.
Okay. I'll leave. Jeez. If looks could kill, I'd be 6 feet under.
Are these just fish bones?
So, when a fish dies, it secretes a chemical into the water. And other fish come and they eat the dead fish. And the dead fish's family has to readjust to social hierarchy.
Okay, then. So, are we going to talk about this?
Talk about what?
I'm not stupid, Blue. You weren't the only one to know about that floorboard. It's a good hiding spot. I'll give you that. But I would have never touched it again if I hadn't kept secrets down there.
You went into my room
I had to get the keys to the lighthouse. You were going to be a marine biologist, Blue. You were excited about life. Instead, I find those bottles, and they sure weren't little. Will you talk to me?
I don't want to talk, but I did write something.
Okay.
I see their faces everywhere I look. I see them in the water, dancing between the algae, in the sky, flying among the clouds. I can hear their voices screaming in the wind chimes. I can feel their breath on my neck as they sit behind me, and I can almost reach back and embrace them. But when I fall into their laps, all I can feel, all I can touch is the sharp grass, and it stabs my skin like the worst kind of emptiness. Do you understand how excruciating it is? Their ghosts live through me and around me and in me, and I could so nearly touch them. I could dance with them again. They could show me how to become just like they were. I could speak the sweet words they never got to utter. The memories pulse through the sweltering pool of my body, which pounds against my mattress at night, so that I sweat pods of my own volatile humanity through the sheets. I am built of people, and those people are gone. I must remember, and I must get away from this world, any world that does not contain them. Do you understand why I come here? This helps.
I understand. And I feel them too. I regret every second of not sitting with their bodies while they were still alive, and with you as you were becoming. It makes sense to want to drink, to dull out the pain. It's a lot. This world intentionally and systematically rips us apart. Unnaturally so. It builds. And sometimes the only way we feel we can cope with that is unnaturally. But Blue, I need to know what you are doing and when you are doing it. I can't bury you next to your parents. I can't look at my brother's grave and explain to him how I let his son kill himself. I want to be there for you, but you need to talk to me. We need people, Blue. We need people to be able to shake us awake when we want to stop a cycle that is so wrong for us. It's hard, but I will listen when you need to be listened to. I'm not your parents. I get that. I know I'm not your parents. Believe me. But I do love you, and I care about you so much, and they cared about you so much. So, when you sober up, we're going to make a plan. Okay, kid? I love you.
I love you, Abba.
I did that, but I need to know what's going on with you. You haven't been acting like yourself ever since I came back. What happened?
Everything happened! The flood, the water company, the government, the housing crisis, everything destroyed what I once was. You got to leave this awful place, but I didn't have that luxury. I was forced to stay with people whom I could never show my true self to, and because I feared I wouldn't be accepted. I had to hide from my family, my coworkers, my boss, everyone. Pretend to be normal and straight because I know how they treat people like us, how the higher ups treat us. I cannot go through that, especially since there is no one to give me comfort or support, no one I could come out to. The only person that was there for me was 500 miles away. And now you're here. And I've been sticking with you because I want to support you. But I think it's too late for me. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Finish the restoration process with the others. I hope it goes well.
Catherine, wait. Please. I'm so sorry. Catherine, I'm sorry. I should have reached out to you more. I would have visited you more, but my parents were afraid the flooding would get worse. And I wish I could have been there for you. You're my best friend. I'm just so sorry you had to go through this alone.
Can I have a hug?
What?
Can I have a hug? Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And now you don't just have me to tell you that you're never alone. All these people, though they may not all look like it, will support you and accept you no matter what. We've all been in similar shoes at some point, and we managed to find each other and build a community. And I want you to be part of that community. We've all had each other's backs, and what do you say? Do you want to be a part of this community?
You have one more chance.
Phew. Thank you. I promise you won't regret it.
I trust you.
The others are doing some restoration on the exterior. Do you want to join?
Sure.
Hey, Marissa.
Hey there. You have something on your mind?
Something's an understatement.
Okay, lay it on me.
So, you know how we present, like, gender-wise, and how we perform that for people out in the world?
I'm aware of it, yes.
So I've been thinking about myself and how I look. I've always been perceived as a man, and I've always been happy as a man. I just don't feel like I'm fully showing myself how I feel.
Tell me more, what do you mean?
So, I want to wear makeup. I just have no clue where to start. And it's always been so hard picking out outfits for each occasion we have here. I've always wanted to look cool and queer and masculine without seeming intimidating. And it's so hard just figuring out what to wear.
You own this place, don't you?
I do.
Then act like it. You're the only person who can limit what you do and wear. Me and Dion, we're not the fashion police.
When you say it like that...
Just relax. Don't think. Let me do your makeup.
You'd really do that?
Of course I would. I can't let my talents go to waste. Alright, now this isn't the most glamorous. It's just something a little subtle.
Wow, Marissa. This is amazing. I love it so much.
I knew you would.
Thank you, it's amazing.
Anytime, I'm here with open arms.
I hate to cut this short, but I have the rest of the money for the fine we have to pay off, and I have to deposit it at the bank before it closes.
Oh, okay, no worries. I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
Oh, just hold on. I gotta put something up, okay?
Okay. Awesome. Thank you again.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
Of course, Marissa. Your pleasure, I bet. Why didn't he tell me about this? Really missing the wall.
How's it looking?
Good? You don't need to yell so much.
Of course I do. This is construction.
Agent Shay.
Yes.
What a surprise.
Sure.
What are you doing here?
Checking out this stuff before demolition. Though it doesn't look much like a dump right now. I shut y'all down once. Do not make me shut y'all down again.
Listen, officer.
Agent Shay.
Agent Shay. Just cleaning out before demolition.
With new paint.
I spilled some.
All over the walls.
I'm really clumsy.
You're telling me you are so clumsy that you painted the walls in a neat and orderly fashion?
Yes.
This place is condemned and will be demolished by the end of the month, which I should remind you is next week. So, if I see any repairs or new accidental paint jobs, I will be within my full right to have you both arrested for breaking property ordinances. Good day.
Good riddance, asshole.
I can't believe this happened to us. I feel like we should just move on to better things.
That may be so. I can't believe it. This is really happening.
So what? That's the end? We're giving up just like that?
What do you suggest, Dion?
How can we make $5,000 by tomorrow?
Well, we could fundraise, we could get a loan, or I don't know, figure out where the money went.
People lose things all the time. Money, glasses, keys, and it would take us forever to retrace Kane's steps.
This is it. It's over. Pack it up. We had a good run while it lasted. Who knows what horrible things could happen if we continue to stay here? Are you coming?
No.
Dion, this is not the time for dramatics.
Actually, this is the perfect time. Marissa, I'm tired of you gaslighting us. I know you had something to do with this.
I can't believe you. Why would you suggest something like that? Marissa has been good to us.
I don't want an argument. I'm just tired of her being so damn arrogant. I know you had something to do with this. Admit it.
Wow, Dion. I can't believe you would try to pull us apart right now. Not after everything we just went through. Oh my God.
This isn't like you, Dion. You don't behave like this. Look at what you're doing. The way you're hurting us. I can't believe you.
Shame on you.
Why? What could Marissa be doing that you think is so evil?
What couldn't she be doing? You know what? I'm tired of this. This is a waste of my time. Don't expect an apology. My knees don't bend that way to kiss anyone's ass.
I think you should do that box.
All right.
I'll do this one.
Hey, so you probably don't remember this, but before we closed, Marissa did your makeup.
How do you know?
I saw it, Kane. There was this plaque outside the building before we opened. I touched it, and it gave me, I don't know, a gift of sorts. I've been able to witness the past since.
What else have you seen?
I saw you and Marissa talking about your identity before the night was over.
Okay, and?
You lost your money that day.
Yeah, I did. I looked everywhere for that money. I tore my whole house apart, and this place. I still have no idea where that could be.
Marissa took it from you.
Do you have any proof?
Is this proof enough?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't believe it.
After all these years, you think I'd lie to you like that?
No, it's just I trusted Marissa. She was so good to this place.
She took such good care of Blue, and it makes me wonder, did she even care at all?
I don't know.
Wow! Look at this! They got this place cleaned up fast. It looked really terrible when they were cleaning it up. I was scared. Oh, well, let me take this picture real quick. I shouldn't even be in here. I can't believe Shay has me doing her work again.
You could have talked to me about it, you know, your identity and expression.
I know. You probably would have understood better than anyone else. I was just so scared. I could possibly understand Marissa not understanding, so it was less scary to tell her. But you and the kid, my heart would have shattered more than it did working at that bank or keeping it a secret. Marissa did my makeup, and it was wonderful. I tried myself a few drunk nights, and it was still nice. And then Blue's parents died, and I was so scared to tell him. I don't know what it means. And I'm still scared to find out.
Look, being scared is fine, but you can't let that fear overtake you. Look, I was in your shoes a while back, too. I wrote something, left the journal in one of these boxes.
This journal?
That's the one. Let's see here. This body is but a house of organs, a tomb of flesh that needs remodeled. But in my dreams, chandeliers are hanging from my eyelashes, and there's marble on the soles of my feet. In my dreams, this home is inviting, and nothing is horrifying about it. I am known as something entirely divine. I am known as beauty, and I am at peace. Maybe there will come a day, after years of remodeling, that I can stand before this building and call it my home.
Wow, that so perfectly describes how I feel. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Look, try not to worry about Blue too much. He's a good kid. He'll get it eventually. And if you want my help in this conversation, I'm here. Thanks for talking to me about it.
Thank you.
Good evening. Government officials are warning individuals to stay inside and find shelter as flooding continues to worsen. I'm currently standing outside the old barbershop diner, which has been condemned, as Agent Shade prepares to lead the demolition.
Let this be the beginning of a new horizon. This is the beginning of Project Deep.
This is your reminder to apply for housing for a better, cleaner, flood-proof Mortimer Harbor. Make sure you call 222-222-WATR to secure your spot today.
This whole place has gone to trash. Don't deserve this. Knew I should have built a damn boat.
You know what? No. 28 people from this town tried that. And you know what happened? There was a storm that came, and that boat sank. Everyone on it died, including my mom, my dad, my brothers. They tried to abandon this place, but there is no escape. We have to fight. We owe that to each other.
Why should we fight when it hurts this bad, though?
Because of everyone, because of every person who has been displaced in the flood. The vulnerable, for those of us who have died.
We are dying. It's not supposed to be easy.
This place has life. We need to save it.
Can't save the world, Sasha.
I know that. I'm just trying to be helpful.
Listen, you two, this is not a game.
We all need to get over ourselves so we can do something, okay?
No, you need to go home because this is too dangerous for you to be here.
This is my home.
He can stay.
You foolish man, we're all screwed anyways.
Hey, we are not screwed. We haven't been preparing for nearly long enough. But guess what? If we only imagine a future where we're all dead, we will all die.
Can we stop talking about death?
You don't know anything that you're talking about.
We are absolutely not going to start separating. We are all on the same side here.
Have any of us ever been on the same side?
I certainly have not. You all are hooligans.
Look, no one's
Oh,
looking here.
that is
And what
a
do you
lot of
mean? Why are
here.
you looking at me when you
What's
said we're not
going
on the
on?
same
Why
side?
would
You
you
just
think
need to be
you are?
taking care of your child and
Stop.
not having them here
Like,
in this
you know what
car.
it's like to raise a child.
Stop! I know that this is terrifying. Ever since I've been here, it's been terrifying. Because I knew that this was going to happen. And even before then, I was scared. I wanted to hide and run away, only to be trapped here. So, I get it. But I realized that hiding and running away will only make things worse. Us fighting will only make things worse. The longer you bicker, the more we're letting the water company win. We're playing right into the game, and we are losing. The time I spent with you guys, we've already accomplished so much. It may take a lot more time to prove that this place is worth saving, that we are worth being here. But as long as we stick together, I know we can do it. I know all my talk about not thinking that this place will work and not wanting to get involved may make you take my words with less sincerity. But I don't care. I have stuck with this place for too long for it to all crumble apart because we cannot get along. Someone once told me the lighthouse will always keep shining no matter what. But it won't do that unless you all keep the lights on. So please, consider cooperation against a common enemy. Not for yourself. Do it for the next generation of people like us who will be encouraged to keep the fight going and maybe have a better world. Please.
Well, I suppose she's got a point.
Are you serious? That's all it took.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, stop looking so shocked.
Oh, come on. I've never wanted to punch and hug someone so bad in my life.
This is kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, men are strange creatures.
I believe in y'all.
Yeah, wow. I believe in us too after that.
I got an idea. I'm going to go to the file room.
There's a file room?
What the hell is this?
Well, well, well. This is way more than an accidental paint job. I clearly told you all that this building is condemned, but you went ahead and fixed it up anyway.
Who do you think you are?
And now I find that there's more of you weirdos?
You got your nerve.
I don't know how many damn times I have to tell you this building is condemned. That electronic music that used to play here every night must still be stuck in your ears.
Well, grow up. The flood is coming and changes are being made. Mortimer Harbor will be a place for normal people, people who work actual jobs, people who make themselves useful to the system, like Marissa.
You worked to get this place destroyed. How malicious can you get?
All old ways must be demolished. No more of this ratchet ghetto nonsense. It makes y'all look bad. It makes us look bad. So I suggest you all buckle the hell up and leave this place for higher ground if you know what's good for you.
Who do you think you are to tell us what is right and what is wrong and what is normal? Just because you're insecure in yourself doesn't mean that our joy is childish. Your malice exudes off of you, and it's disgusting. I am tired of your bullying. We have come here, and we have managed to thrive with you attempting to take us down.
Project Deep.
It's the perfect plan.
Project Deep. Perfect. Displace everyone.
Everywhere.
Permanently.
Agent Shay Weathers, resident of Mortimer Harbor and special agent for the Water Corporation, developed Project Deep. The project was presented as a way to establish gentrified housing. There is no lottery. The names were predetermined from the start. Taking down buildings despite their landmark status, they truly have no regard for the past. Just a future that they envision. Oh yeah, and those who have reported Agent Shay's actions have gone missing, never to be heard from again.
Unlawfully taking down historic properties and a slew of missing people, I wonder what the press would feel about this situation. Or how about the mayor?
I suggest you leave, if you know what's good for you.
It seems that you all win. For now, I'll leave you all alone, but I better not get another complaint about this place.
Marissa, what a mess you've made. Abba, I'm so sorry. And Dion, I really do apologize. I swear I'll pay you back.
Yeah, you'll do that and then some.
You pay your dues and get out of here. I don't want to see your face around here again.
Welcome, folks, to a historic celebration. Come enjoy some oceanic concoctions made by our very own Blue, and enjoy some fun, live events.
The light is always on for you here.
Keepers of the Lighthouse, and those who read to hold the light, I welcome you. We have a wonderful, historic celebration tonight. I welcome to you. I introduce to you the new star of Mortimer Harbor, Kathy.
Where my values used to be. God changed perspective if I really wanna see. Sunrise over water, suddenly going under. I've seen lost in the wonder.
hull pubfish is extremely endangered. There are only 38 left in the world, and they only reside in Devil's Hole, Nevada. They have suffered so much. Divers crushing their eggs, scientists destroying their habitat, but through it all, the Devil's Hole pubfish has prevailed.
Here.
A toast to the Devil's Hole pubfish.
To making a place for ourselves.
To found family, old and new.
To finding the freedom and courage to be our true selves.
To dethroning the evil in the world.
To the truth, seen and unseen. May the lighthouse shine on, even in the darkest of times.
To the lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
All things are get to know.
There's a stool.
No, we have the right.
Great.
We got it.
All right. So, here with our cast, we're going to get to know them a little bit, to know your name, your pronouns, and how many years you've been with Dreams of Hope, and the character that you played. So- Woo! Also, what school you currently are in,
And how old are you?
and how old you are.
21, turning 22 on May 8th. I go to CMU.
Okay. Hi, my name is Phoenix. I use they, them pronouns. I'm 20 years old, and I play Dion. I've been with Dreams of Hope for like 6 years.
Hi, I'm Oya DeBadjo. I play Agent Shay. My pronouns are she, they. And this is my first year with Dreams of Hope. And I'm not currently in school, but I just got accepted to NYU Tisch.
Hello, I'm Dionysus. I play Marissa. My pronouns are they, them. I am 25, and this is my first year with Dreams of Hope.
My name is Marsh Anderson. I'm 21. Been with Dreams of Hope for 3 years now, and I'm studying psychology at CCAC. And anything else? Oh, I played Noah. I played Art.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Moles. I am 23 years old. I use she, they pronouns. I play Catherine, and I don't go to school. I graduated with my psychology degree at Slippery Rock University.
Hi, I'm Malachi Kohler. I use she, they pronouns. I am actually staff, but Sonora, who was our reporter, is sick, and so I'm standing in. I have been working at Dreams of Hope for 3 years.
Hi, my name is Ezra Harris. I played Sasha, and the questions. I'm 17. I'm turning 18 like in a month. and I go to Westinghouse Arts Academy, and I will be going to Chatham.
I'm Leo Jackson. My pronouns are they, he. I am 17. I am currently homeschooled, and I play Abba.
My name is Auden Greenberg. I play Oliver. He's named after my cat. I'm 21 years old, and this is my first year at Dreams of Hope. And I'm graduating from Pitt next Thursday.
My name is Melanie, and I've been a part of Dreams of Hope for about 4 years. And I'm 27 years old, and I was the patron and client and all of that. The little stage. They all have written on the script, created, all the ideas have came from each and every one of them, and developed their very own characters. And I wanted to ask you guys, what, when you were developing your characters, what are some things that you pulled from your own personal experiences? And also, what are some things that you put in your character that was hard for you to tap into?
So, making Catherine, I really wanted to make her a very relatable character for, like, have relatable experiences to a lot of queer and neurodivergent individuals such as myself. I really put a lot of my own experiences into her. Like, there are some people in my own life who I don't feel I could ever come out to because of fear of being accepted. So I really put that into her, as well as and kind of my own journey of self-discovery and finding my own place. And when she found her place, she was able to come out and finally unmask herself and be free. And yeah, me, I found solace in all these people, as well as some people in my life as well who have supported me no matter what. So yeah, I definitely, and yeah, it was kind of hard. Like, it was really hard, but like it needed to. I really felt some sort of like power in like finally saying like that monologue to Sasha, like everything happened, because yeah, I definitely held sort of that anger in myself, especially like during these times where it's very hard to like feel safe and alert right now. But yeah, like her journey of self-discovery and liberation and finding the freedom in others is a real story that really touches my heart. So I really wanted to put it into her. And I love her. She's my child.
Yeah, I could speak on my character. Also, I'm 23. I forgot to mention that.
My pronouns are he, him.
I was here for 1 year. That's my first year.
Yes, so for Agent Shay, there was definitely a lot of me that I put into that character. And the kind of question is, who would I be if I had absolutely no friends and absolutely no support? Unlike the times I'm like, I have no friends, and I'm like, no, but actually. And I was also very inspired by the TV show Severance, especially there's this character called Mr. Milchick. He's kind of like the HR guy, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that, but like for non-binary people too. And part of the challenge was exploring like, what does it mean for this character to be genderqueer, to be Black, but to kind of also still enforce this system and be the villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I played Sasha, and at first when we were writing her,
I tried to make her like super optimistic, but then like I'm a little bit not. I am a little bit irritable, if you couldn't tell. um, but I really enjoyed getting to like. I think Sasha's kind of like a part of myself. Like, she's not all of me, but she's some of me, and I kind of. It's interesting to see for different like projects I've worked on, which sides of me come out during which projects, and I think Sasha is definitely somebody I would have been if, you know, just like Oi said, like if something else happened in my life, like I think I could definitely be somebody like Sasha. Yeah.
All of you.
I wanted to say I created my character to kind of explore what it would be like to be trans in the spotlight, because there are people like that, and my character is inspired by trans actors such as Elliot Page and other actors too. And I think it's a really unique experience to have the transition like be a part of the media. And so I kind of wanted to incorporate that theme and how it's kind of like I don't know, like why is it a big deal if someone is an actor and transitions? Like for example, Elliot Page, when he transitioned, the show that he was starring in just made his character a trans character, which was a really good way to handle that transition. And so yeah, I think trans people should be in the media, but not necessarily for their transition, just because like, I don't know, yeah, for other reasons.
Yeah.
With my character, he's just very grumpy and angry and irritable, so it's pretty weird to play somebody like that because I'm very giggly and like gentle. But I will say my character was a little hard to play because he's not very politically aware. He knows something's up, he doesn't know what exactly is up, and I think that's really like a pivotal point in Black culture where there's a sense of alertness, but it's not in the direction that it's supposed to be. But there's still like this acute fear and this entitlement that comes with, you know, just being, for my character, just being like such a low point, not making enough money, you know, just kind of living with nothing and just wanting one thing to get out of the situation and it not being true, you know, the lottery and everything. So I just thought it'd be fun to explore someone like that and to kind of. I'm so into like protesting and things like that, and I know exactly what's going on. You know, it's like keep up with everything. So it felt kind of nice to play a character that just does not keep up, but just I don't know, just very aloof altogether. Plus he's old, so that was interesting to play someone that's older.
Yes. Thank you all for sharing. So for my next question, I want to ask about your creative process. So we've all like kind of did different outlines and really worked through it and tried to incorporate everyone's different ideas into the script. And I wanted to know, what are some themes that really like hit home for you, that made its way into the script, that you felt were needed to be in the
So shameless plug right now. So I had wrote a line for Dion, which was my knees don't bend that way to kiss anyone's ass, and that like writing that, I took that from. My mom has said that to someone before, and I was like, damn, that's good. You know, and I've carried that into my life. They're like, no, I'm not here to do that. And I thought it was really cool and really awesome to like see Dion embody that, like that form of like, I have self-respect. I'm not gonna change my self-respect for anybody, no matter what situation. So that was like, yeah.
Yes.
We have a few like concurrent running themes in our show. Definitely queer liberation is one of our themes. through Catherine finding herself, through the Lighthouse coming together and finding themselves despite Agent Shay, through Abba liberating himself from his job at the bank, through like many small things. So queer liberation and community, how everybody has their community, whether it's like one person at the beginning, but then, they all come together as a collective group at the end, and like, the lighthouse shines on, and that's something that, I guess that's our themes, but something I really wanted to say is like, this room just doesn't have to be the lighthouse. The lighthouse can be anywhere, It can be in your home, in your work, as long as you build that community, it'll shine on.
Next question I have is pointed towards the production team. So also within writing and acting, they also directed and dramaturge and also costume design, all of that also within this process. And I was wondering, how was it like for you? Was that something new for you, or what do you feel like you learned about yourself, and where are some maybe one area that you feel was challenging for you and doing something new?
Yeah, I can start. So, hi, I also directed this. And it was definitely a challenge to do because our text is so rich and so complicated. And there are a lot of characters, like, we are low-key all in this show. So I definitely had to learn how to be patient and not just help others be motivated, but also motivate myself and give myself space to breathe and space to be. And I enjoyed this process overall. I learned so many new things about myself, just how I can work, how much I can do, and that was really awesome to see. And just also, whenever I did get to take a break, because we have our wonderful adult director, Miss Michelle. Woo! Woo! I really appreciated being able to learn more about like direction and what it takes, and seeing how every single thing that I blocked just kind of became more alive.
Thank you.
So I was the dramaturge for this production. My first time really doing anything like this, but what I learned from it is that as I am a poet, that is one of the poem I read at that desk, that's my own personal work. So as an artist, you have to learn that everybody is not gonna look at your work the way you see your work. Mm-hmm. So having the script, having written so many lines and organizing this and this and that, and like everybody looking at this like, hey, what does this mean? Or what if this means this? And like, it's such a helpful process to be in community with artists and to see like how everybody's gears turn, and though it can be like, too many cooks in the kitchen at times, when it's not too many cooks in the kitchen, it's an awesome experience. So I can definitely say I learned about everyone here, and I learned how to be a better artist and be a better collaborator.
Oh, okay. All right, dope. So I helped with costumes, as far as like, and like hair and makeup and things. I will tell you, it does not sound stressful. It's only stressful if you forget to do your own costumes. But I personally, I love making people up. I definitely grew up on like Girls Go games, so I was definitely sitting there, making little outfits on people. That's very fun for me. I forgot what I was gonna say. Give me 2 seconds. So putting people in like really cool stuff was awesome, and like even checking off like, yeah, I think this would work, and even hearing everyone else's collaborations on like what they should wear, and even seeing that people get excited about like what their character will wear is awesome, because you see them embodying their character even more than what they already do. So yeah, if you want me to style you, let me know. I charge.
She's really good. They're really good. They're really good.
Very, very good. It is such a privilege working with you all and seeing how you all. I'm going to turn it to the audience, and I'm going to. What are some questions that you have for our beautiful cast of playwrights, dramaturgs, costume designers, and actors?
One of my favorite moments was when the crew took a bow.
That's why you clap. I've been back there every night, and there's a clap, and I'm like, why are they clapping?
This is a tactile show. Like you're like anything that could be mimed. No, we're doing a prop. We're going to make that. I was being like, when are we going back to that cave? I loved it. There was like these stalagmites that were filled, and like this intergenerational communication. I think I was wondering if more of that cave was in a previous draft, or like.
Okay,
there's something about that cave.
I will take credit for it because the reason, like Phoenix says, sometimes there's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But the reason we have the cave and it was never cut is because it was something I introduced. I used to work at a cavern when I was in high school, so I'm really obsessed with I thought it would be a really good setting for something, and so we also had this idea for artifacts, and so that's why when me and Ark are going to the cavern, that piece of fabric we find is actually this flag. So it got cut down pretty much, so yeah. But yeah, so Ark used to go down in the cavern, he left his flag there at one point, and then we find it, and then he's like, oh, I need to show everyone, and then we fix it up, and then at the end of the show we reveal it. Thank you.
Yes, the banner was also made by Etta Cetera, who is a part of Let's Get Free. Amazing banners that are always inspiring and inspirational and always speaking truth of life. So, yes. Any other questions?
Yes. This was such a rich story. Thank you so much for making this. How did you all come up with, I'm really curious, by hearing you all talk about the characters, did you come up with the characters first and then the story, or the story and then the characters? Like, how did that all happen?
That's a good question. Both. Like we said, there was a lot of cooks in the kitchen. It was very collaborative, and because there were so many of us, and because we all did the work, there was definitely different pieces that were already written for people, and we also wrote each other's lines, which was like, okay, how am I going to embody this person that someone else just wrote? And we did it, and it came out really awesome. So yeah. I hope I answered your question. I'm sorry.
And if I can add on to that, so we started out with like a log line, our general overview of what we wanted the story to be. Then we transitioned into characters, and then the fun part was, how do these characters fit into the story? What are these characters' individual stories? How can we lay it over? And writing for other characters was so much fun, because I think initially we were like, oh, only my character. But then we were like, no. I wrote like half of Ark's slides, and I was like, yeah, grumpy. And it was really interesting because like it was set, but it was also flexible. Like I wrote my character Agent Che, and I was like, yeah, they have older brothers. They, they're a nepo baby. Their family works for Water Corps. But the whole sister element was like a later addition.
Oh yeah. I definitely wanted to. I have a sister in my own life that I personally do not talk to, so it was definitely like, okay, long lost sister. Clearly, something has to like mesh. We have to be connected in some way. Yes.
I will say too, it's pretty interesting. Like, cause I write stories, and I haven't written stories since high school. So I'm trying to get back into that as an adult with college and stuff. So doing this collaborative situation got me back into like doing writing again. And I can say like it's very frustrating working with a lot of people on one story. Like in a positive, it's frustrating. And I think no, it's supposed to be, you know, like it's great. I think it kind of revealed to me like, oh, I have passion for this again. Because sometimes you know there'll be a plot in my head. It's like everybody doesn't agree with it. I'm like that would be so beautiful if we had that in there, and you know. But then we put it in other places, like the cavern idea. You know, at first it was like, nah, is that really gonna work? And then we meshed it together, and you know, Oliver got to have the cavern. You know, Auden. So it's pretty cool. I will say, it really brought out a lot in me to see like, oh, this is my passion. I should pick this up again. And just to give background, when we first started this story, we only had one main character. We had this idea of like, you know, someone that's part of the government. We didn't know what the government would be yet. The child of that person that is higher in that government hierarchy. The child being queer and going to the speakeasy and kind of finding themselves and be like, oh, like a Cinderella story, you know, and the parent government person would find the flyer of Marissa and kind of be like, what's this place, and kind of invade. But we just, after time, you know, we just kind of, it became what it is today. And I think a lot of it comes from current events. Like, the displacement is a big thing right now with a lot of folks. And, you know, queer joy and trying to maintain that and just seeing intersectionality, how everyone is affected by everything. So no one's safe when it comes to displacement. And, you know, it's just, it's a good story to tell.
Yes, thank you for sharing. I'll point it to my cast. Yes.
Yeah, I can share. It's not funny. So we started in about October, and we were working pretty much till like 2 weeks ago on the script and on, you know, getting everything done. Yeah, so that was October to like the middle of April. Yeah.
Yes.
I do have to say, I didn't mention this in my intro, but I've been here for 2 years. So this is my second year. And I've noticed that it kind of starts off like, hi, who are you? How are you? What's going on? For like a month.
We're gonna get to know each other.
No, I know.
Trust.
I like it.
Okay.
I did trust it. Last year it freaked me out. I was like, are we doing anything? But this year I knew, like, okay, we're gonna get there. And I was really glad we had like 2 good weeks of having a mostly majorly finalized script. Thank God. Last year we had like, what, 1 day? Oh my gosh. But the writing process definitely takes quite a while because all of us have ideas. And there's only like, I don't know, 60 pages we can write on.
So let me add, the script was 90 pages. It is now 66. So this is what you see now. This is the final footage.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why? April 14th.
Woo!
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We barely had a tech. We haven't run through with like tech that much, so.
Write the script, build everything, and also act in it.
It's just 4 months of work.
Yes, yes.
And we make it happen.
Hi. Friday of last week.
Yeah, we kind of like in the crunch mode.
Shout out Take
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take us
Woo!
probably somewhere.
Hello?
Up there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So obviously everybody had a little bit to contribute to the show as it came together. What was the process of deciding what you had to cut from it? Because you said like
So a lot of conversations, which was definitely the hard part. Also, the 90 pages, it was a formatting issue.
Yeah.
Phoenix just fixed the formatting, and they were like, yeah, it's up 66 pages now. And I was like, yo. But what we did was we all left collaborative notes in the document. And it would be like, hey, Phoenix, can we do this? Can we do that? And ask each other. But also, a lot of it was, as Becca Zela would say, it's better to ask for forgiveness than it is to wait too long. So that was also definitely a part of it. But yeah, so cutting things, it was a collective decision. But the nice thing was that we were all pretty much, very much so, in alignment with a lot of those decisions.
Yep.
What's it like to grapple with the subject matter as yourself and as bringing it to this role in this specific time?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, when talking about Catherine, I really wanted her to be a representation of what a lot of us are kind of experiencing or have experienced in our lives. Because of everything going on, I was like, okay, this needs to be someone whose story needs to be told. Like, we all were like, this story needs to be told at this time because of this. And like, the feeling of actually like giving it out in a way that I personally absolutely love, both acting, dancing, and singing, and writing. I do love to write too. Being able to express myself in that way while also talking about something that's really, really dear to me and everyone here. It just felt empowering. Doesn't even begin to describe it. It's incredible.
Can I add to you?
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely will say, like, because November we started, writing, like, kind of getting characters together and things, and that's when the election happened. And a lot of us were just kind of like, we got put back 2 weeks, emotionally and physically and things. We just kind of just crumbled. But we kept it together. We met every week. If we couldn't meet a week, we met on weekends. Like, we made sure to stay strong for each other because we had to get the story, together. And that was, I could always say it was nice to be frustrated about writing, just frustrated about the news. So it was nice to like kind of channel my energy into like, okay, be this grumpy grouch dude and like obsessed with floods and boats and everything. But around that time too, both hurricanes had hit. So we thought about, how can we use water as a sense of, gentrification is a big thing that's going on. And it's also the sense of like, there's natural things that happen that cause displacement, and then there are like intentional things that cause displacement. And I think that both are very scary to think about, especially with climate change and all that stuff. And it's very important. I played it off earlier that it wasn't, but it is important. So I just think it's good to, with everything going on in the world, it's important for us to acknowledge those things and acknowledge each other in the process.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to that and say having a community where I could come and I was not the only trans person in the room and I was not the only autistic person in the room and I was not, like, it was so nice during this year to have that because we were able to support each other and have similar experiences. In other environments, like at school, I feel so isolated, but having this group is really helpful and it just like, it is a really supportive space for this time of, and especially, so thank you for coming and supporting this organization.
So what I will say, when I'm someone who like receives emotion, so like if I can feel like we're all in a room like after the election and stuff, like we're all just like, all right guys, let's do this. I feel like what I did, I took that passion, that anger, that fear, and I put some of it into Dion's writing, and I put some of it into Catherine's writing. Everything happened, the flood, all that. But it was really important that we felt the emotions that we felt. It was important that we were frustrated, that we were sad, that we were angry, that we were tired, because we saw that, all that in the show. We saw a lot of spectrum of emotion. So yeah, the writing process was, I will say it's great, because despite the ups and downs, all of it has to happen. You got to get to the bad to get to the good, you know? But yeah, that's all I had to say.
All for coming to the show. And yeah, so we have some refreshments in the lobby. You are welcome to enjoy. Thank you all for coming. Mhm.